Hey, my name's Aiden, and this is a recap of the Week 1, Day 2 of the Grid Winter Split. So, of course, this is the playoffs, and we have, of course, every single team going into the playoffs. So all 16 teams going to that round of 16, regardless of how well or how bad they did in the group stage. It just affects their seeding. And this was a really, really good day for Rocket League because we had a few upsets. We have a few really interesting results. So a little bit to talk about here. Guild Esports, the first game, top of the bracket there against Dignitas. Given the way that Dignitas has been playing, Guild Esports definite favourites in that matchup. They went to win it 3-0 in quite expected fashion. Reno Vitality was the next game. They won 3-1 against Fadeaway. And it's a good result for Vitality, I would say. They had a bit of a rocky day in Group B, losing to Redemption, of course. And Fadeaway, they had some close games themselves in Day 1. They ended up third in their group. But Reno Vitality, of course, really, really strong team, making it through the round of 16. But then we had Triple Trouble against Liquid. Now, Triple Trouble was one of the teams that did not do well at all in Day 1. They came bottom of their group, lost all their series, and then had a game difference of -4. They were, of course, in a tough group with Redemption, Vitality, Galaxy Racer, but going 0-3 was not maybe good for their confidence, but they do come away with a win against Team Liquid, who were top of their group. With Group C, of course, being the most contested group of Day 1. But they come through with a 3-2 win, so really strong for Triple Trouble. It's a good turnaround for them. Top Blokes impressing still. They continue to impress, they continue to improve, and for an org that isn't very big, it's lovely to see the kind of results they're getting. So coming through, beating Endpoint 3-0, that's big for them. Team BDS, very much expected to beat Team Singularity. Singularity do get a game off them, but Scrub Killer's going to be wanting more from his team, I'm sure. So BDS get the 3-1 win. Giants game against Galaxy Racer was always going to be an interesting game. It was always going to be a close one, and it did turn out to be very, very close, with Galaxy Racer just about pipping Giants Gaming 3-2. But a really, really cool series. Probably one of the most interesting ones to watch of the round of 16. The next one, though, however, Redemption versus Wolves Esports. Redemption is a team that has come through, and a lot of people call in their Day 1 sort of a flash in the pan, saying that, they've had one really good day. They're in sort of like a honeymoon phase. It's a new team, new squad. You got Cash, My Boy, and Ocelon. And they did very, very well in Group B. They beat Vitality. They went 3-0. They beat Galaxy Racer. They beat Triple Trouble. They were expected to be the weakest team in the group, but they turned out to be the strongest. And they then came up against Wolves Esports. So, of course, My Boy used to be in a team with Rix Ronde, the captain of Wolves Esports. So there were two captains of Redemption and Wolves Esports used to be in a team together. So this was always going to be sort of a friendly sort of grudge match. And it wasn't too friendly, as Redemption took a clean sweep. And it was a very well-played match by Redemption. They look absolutely solid. They win 3-0 in the round of 16. Oxygen Esports against Rix GG. I expected this to be a clean sweep, but Rix GG did manage to get one game off of Oxygen, but Oxygen, of course, going on to the next round. The quarterfinals is when we saw a few upsets. Now, the first one being Guild Esports not dropping a single game to Reno Vitality. They went 3-0, and that's very impressive for Guild. They seem to be a completely different team since they dropped Scrub Killer. Nolly, though, and Devo, really impressive stuff for them. 3-0 against Vitality is a very strong result. And now, of course, we always take this with a pinch of salt because it's the grid, which are like spicy scrims, but a huge result for Guild Esports in the quarterfinals. Top Blokes, they ruined Triple Trouble's day. Triple Trouble thinking, well, now we've turned around, we've got a result, but Top Blokes going 3-0. Top Blokes proving to be very, very strong this split. They were strong last split. They were a team on the rise, and they have not stopped that momentum. They keep going 3-0 against Triple Trouble. And the next game, which is a bit of an upset, was Galaxy Racer versus Team BDS. Now, Galaxy Racer is a team that does have the quality, and we knew already do have the quality to be able to beat a team like BDS, but the amount of wins that BDS have been getting, we expect always that BDS is just going to go through and win. The last time that BDS and Galaxy Racer actually played, Galaxy Racer came out on top, winning 3-2 in the field. So they clearly have something up their sleeve in order to be sort of the team that bogey team for BDS. So getting a 3-2 win there, and then getting a 3-2 win here in the grid in the quarterfinals. So that sends BDS out quite early, much earlier than they expected, only top 8. And then Redemption continue this amazing run of form against Oxygen Esports, beating them 3-1. And Redemption are a very exciting team to go through in their first week of the grid, just coming through the closed qualifiers, having to do the open qualifiers as well. And they look unstoppable at the moment. Beating Oxygen 3-1, huge result for them. Semi-finals did see Guild Esports leading Top Blokes 3-1 in the best of 7, but then Top Blokes turned it around, got 3 wins in a row, and sent Guild home from the semi-finals. So Guild getting top 4, good result for them though. Top Blokes still looking dangerous. Galaxy Racer Redemption on the other side. Redemption were also leading Galaxy Racer 3-1 in the series of the best of 7, but Galaxy Racer turning that one around as well. So quite surprising, very big comebacks for both Top Blokes and Galaxy Racer, but that may also just show the kind of quality that they have. And then going into the finals, expecting a very close match, it was nothing but Top Blokes swept Galaxy Racer 4-0. They got a few big results during that series as well. They won game 1 4-2. Game 2 was close. It was only 1-0 for Top Blokes. Game 3 was 2-1 for Top Blokes, but game 4 was 4-0 for Top Blokes. And Top Blokes looking like a very dangerous team. They're getting some good results. And I think with Flame, Cassio, and Archie, they've only gotten better and better since joining in the summer. And their run of form at the moment is very strong. They're not dropping many series. They're doing incredibly well. They've proven that they can beat pretty much anyone. The only team that they've been struggling against is BDS. Not able to figure out that formula to beat BDS like Galaxy Racer have, but against anyone else, they seem to have it figured out. So going forward into week 2, we'll have a little look. But week 2 will, of course, be played on December the 8th, so starting on December 8th and then December 9th. So I do believe that's a Tuesday and a Wednesday. And I know it's a little bit weird. The grid seems to just move games around to how they feel fits. But it will be interesting, of course, because it's different groups this time. So Group A, we've got Giants, Redemption, Singularity, Top Blokes. Group B, we've got Dignitas, Fadeaway, Guild Esports, and Renner Vitality. Group C is Endpoint, Oxygen Esports, Rix GG, and Triple Trouble. And lastly, we've got Group D with Galaxy Racer, Team BDS, Team Liquid, and Wolves Esports. Now, I would say that Group A is going to be very, very interesting. Giants Gaming, Redemption, Singularity, Top Blokes, these are all really strong teams. It's going to be a tight group, and Redemption proving that they have the quality to beat top teams, having done it against Renner Vitality in their group stage in week 1. But going up against Giants and Top Blokes in the same group, it's going to be tough for them as well. But this is a tough group for anyone, and I feel like Team Singularity are looking the worst in that group and may come out at the bottom of that group, whereas Group B, we've then got Vitality, of course, being the favourites, but Guild Esports on a great run. Fadeaway and Dignitas going to be tough for them to get wins, and I think they'll be fighting it out for 3rd place. With Group C, we've got Endpoint, Oxygen, Rix GG, and Triple Trouble. Rix GG and Triple Trouble need to get a good run of form going. Endpoint and Oxygen, of course, also not doing fantastic. Endpoint going 1 and 2 in their group stage in week 1. Oxygen doing a little bit better than Endpoint, but this is going to be a well-contested group, but I feel like Rix GG and Triple Trouble still going to struggle in that group as well. Group D, that sees Wolves Esports with Team Liquid, BDS, and Galaxy Racer. Wolves Esports, they didn't have a good start in week 1, and I think that week 2 is not going to get much better for them. This is a tough group. Team Liquid, of course, coming top of their group, BDS coming top of their group, and Galaxy Racer knocking out BDS in the playoffs in week 1. This is probably the worst possible matchup for Wolves Esports going into week 2. But it is, of course, the grid. Anything can happen, and we're just looking forward to more and more Rocket League. It's interesting to see how these teams develop week over week. Of course, these teams have a week break now to do some scrims, to go over replays, do some analysis, and work on some of their problems. And for the teams that didn't do so well, like Wolves, this is a huge learning opportunity. For any of the new teams, the new rosters, huge learning opportunity. Of course, you learn more in defeat than you do in victory. Redemption will, of course, be looking to keep that momentum going, but they've got some research to do on their opponents in Group A. But for now, guys, that will be all for today. Thank you for watching these videos. If you enjoy these recaps, you enjoy these rundowns of RL sort of esports news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're not already subscribed, of course, and don't forget to drop a like and a comment. But for now, guys, peace.